Okay, here we go, guys. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're doing Ultra League, and I've got Annihilate, Feraligatr, and Regirock. So you guys, if you've watched any of my videos, you will have seen Annihilate and Regirock. Feraligatr I did in Great League, really liked it. Happened to have a fairly decent Ultra League one as well. So I did power it up. I actually evolved it, powered it up, and used an Elite TM. So mixed feelings on it so far. We'll get into these battles right here. Gonna throw this Ice Punch into the Mandibuzz. Gonna do super effective damage with the flying type, so they do shield that up. Switch into Regirock here. Fairly decent actually, like you'll see here I think a Dark Pulse. Oh no, they go Aerial Ace, which is really resisted. So here I think they throw the Dark Pulse here. And it doesn't actually do too much. I think in the last video I did with Regirock, I was quite surprised at how bulky it actually is, being a shadow and a single typing. So they switch back into their Scrafty. I believe that I'm going to no-shield this, call the Power-Up Punch, and it is still super effective, but I did not want to waste a shield, get Power-Up Punched, and then have them 2 counter me down. So it looks like it took them 3 counters, but I was able to get off my Zap Cannon there. So here I'll respect the Foul Play and shield that up, and then they bring in a Samurott, so I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball here, do as much damage as I can, and then I should be in a fairly decent spot. Switch into Feraligatr, and think this should just be a Hydro Cannon. I don't think they have enough for anything else, so Hydro Cannon there. They switch back into Mandibuzz. Gonna shield this up, and then I should be able to reach Ice Beam, which will take them out. Get there with a couple more Shadow Claws, and this will take out Mandibuzz. If any of you guys have run Feraligatr yet, or Annihilate from previously, let me know if you guys like it. I know that I've seen a few other videos on Feraligatr and people have said that it's really busted and stuff like that. I'm finding it a little bit tricky. There's a lot of electric types, there's a lot of grass types, even like your Virizion and stuff like that. So I do find it a little bit tricky. Here I shield up the Blast Bird, and that would have definitely hurt. And then I bring in Feraligatr, and here you see I'm met with Virizion. So Ice Beam is going to do super effective damage if they let it go. But the problem is, even if they let it go, which they did there, they're already at Leaf Blade. And I've only got 1 shield left, so I don't really want to waste it. Let the Leaf Blade go through. I do manage to live 1 Leaf Blade, but then unfortunately they're able to farm me down. So now I'm in a tough spot. They probably have another Leaf Blade now, and they have 2 shields. So I do go for the Ice Punch. And luckily for me, they decided to let that go. They could have shielded it and probably, I forget what their last one is, but probably would have changed the outcome of this game. I do shield up just a Dragon Claw there, and then they've got a Tentacool in the back. So I'm able to get to a Zap Cannon. I actually think they win this game. This might be a loss for me. So Zap Cannon here. They shield that up. I do get the drop, I think. I've been noticing, I don't know if anybody else or if it's just an update I missed, but it doesn't say across, like if you got the attack debuff or stuff like that, it just like has that weird little sparkly stuff over it. So I get to another Zap Cannon here. Gonna throw this, and they let that go. So they're banking on Virizion being able to close this game. Not Virizion, sorry. What was their other Pokemon? Charizard. They're banking on Charizard being able to close. So here I have to farm down. Oh, I remember this now. I remember this. And they're at a move. If it's Blast Burn, I lose. If it's Dragon Claw, I think I might live. I do live the Dragon Claw. However, their wing attacks are super effective against fighting typing. So 1 or 2 and I'm going to be taken out. Throw the Ice Punch. 1 more counter and I'm able to get to another Ice Punch. Is this enough to KO though? Yes, just barely. Hang on with like 1 or 2 HP. So a really good game there for my opponent. Very close. Here, the Ice Punches are super effective against, again, the flying typing. So I'm taking super effective damage as well from, I believe it's Wing Attack that they're using. Might be wrong. Some form of air move. Calling that this is just a Poison Fang. It is, that's good for me. Although now I'm taking even more damage. But I am able to get to another Ice Punch, which will do a huge chunk of damage to them or get their shield. They decide to let that go, so that's fine. They do farm me down, not the best for me. I'm gonna come in for Alligator, and I'm gonna respect the fact that they could have a Shadow Ball. It is just a Poison Fang, which is a little unfortunate for myself. I am able to get to the Hydro Cannon. This would do enough neutral damage to take them out, so they do shield that up. And here, what do I do here? I do let it go through, it's just a Poison Fang. And they're still just chilling. Switch into Regirock to catch the move. I kind of was a little bit slow catching it, but they still just Poison Fang me, and then luckily they switch into a Poliwrath while I have energy. So I'm able to go for a Zap Cannon here. That almost one-shots the Poliwrath. And I was able to get a lock on down, or a lock on through, but I do just save my shield. I don't know why for sure. A Scald would have taken me out for sure. I'm able to get to a Stone Edge here, and I still have a shield. This will do super effective damage with the fire typing. And then I'm able to come in and almost combo play. I had to do a Shadow Claw or 2. Throw the Hydro Cannon here, take that out. And then I'm able to Shadow Claw down. So what looked like a very unlikely or a very bad game for me turned into a win. So I'm okay with that. So here, Breloom into Annihilate. As you can see, the counters are really adding up. Neutral damage against the fighting type. So I get to an Ice Punch. This is super effective against the grass typing. They let it go, and it one-shots them. So then they bring in a Swampert. 1, 2, 3, 4, that was 5. I think I started counting it a little late. This is just a Hydro Cannon. I do shield it up though. I felt like I wanted to save some energy or some health. Go for Shadow Ball here. They shield that up, so I'm going to switch into for Alligator and catch the next Hydro Cannon. Just going to let this go through. Then 3, I throw a Hydro Cannon here. I think they are 1 move away from another Hydro Cannon. They shield that up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, they're farming up a lot, or I wasn't counting right. Another Hydro Cannon here. I decided to shield just to, again, yeah, see they overfarmed. Just to save some energy or health again. Here they're going to be able to Hydro Cannon me again, and then this one will take them out. So I feel like, depending on what their back is, I'm in a decent position here. And it is a Togekiss. So unfortunately, I should have switched out right away. I feel like I couldn't though. I think I was a little bit switch locked. Anyways, I switched there to catch their move. Because if they had like a Roar Sphere or something like that, they would have one-shot my Regirock and then I wouldn't have been able to beat them. So I banked the move, let them take out my Annihilate, and then I think Stone Edge actually would have taken them out, but I'd go for the for sure KO and use Zap Cannon. So that's a good game there. Heading into the next match, Granbull lead against Annihilate. Obviously the charms are going to be horrible for Annihilate. So I do switch out right away into Feraligatr, and I'm trying to farm up as much as I can before I throw energy, because Charm does take a while to get to a move. So I'm at almost back-to-back Hydro Cannons. I am able to get there with one more Shadow Claw. This is going to put huge pressure on them to shield again. So now they've already gone down both shields and they throw here, which is ideal for me. I'm just going to let this go. Thank you, Feraligatr. Got both shields. Now I can bring in Regirock, and I believe, yeah, they try to make a catch. So they bring in Giratina. The good thing for me is that Annihilate is still a good answer for Giratina, and now they're switch locked and no shields. So Shadow Ball is the way to go because it does a lot more damage. But I am going to end up taking a lot of damage getting there. So I think I shield this up, yeah. Shield this up, and then I'll be able to get to a Shadow Ball. I'm actually over the Shadow Ball already. And for some weird reason, I decided to go for Ice Punch. Ice Punch is super effective with the Dragon. But as you can see there, it's just not hard enough hitting. So I kind of messed up here. Shadow Ball would have taken them out. So I'm forced to use another shield, or I would have been taken out. And now I have to throw again, because I'm not going to be able to farm down before they get to another move. So take them out, and then they've got the Granbull again, and they take me out. But I am almost at Stone Edge, so 1 or 2 lock-ons. Get to Stone Edge, and that's going to take them out. And then they've got a Celestia, and I was like, okay, what do I throw? What do I throw? Should I Stone Edge? Like, that's not going to be super effective against Steel, but Electric's not super effective against Steel. They got to move. I was like, okay, awesome. I just lost this game. Just a Body Slam, managed to live it. Throw the Zap Cannon, and bang! One-shots the Celestia Steel.